Sanjiv Bhasin is now joining us. Sanjiv, BHEL is up 10% today. You have BEML, which is up 10%. Recently, BBCL has rallied, and some of the other names as well. The likes of Concord, some of the others as well. What do you make of divestment? Say if divestment happens, what is the sort of move that we can expect in some of these names?
Well, they are so undervalued, and so, there's been so much of capitulation that I can see even 50 to 100% appreciation in select names. I mean, BHEL has lost 85% of its market cap. It still continues to be the best, only player who can do you an EV transmission on a pan-India basis and so on. So there are a lot of non-core assets which will be rediscovered. And if the government gives it strategic control of running and, keeps its stake to 25%, I think that will bell the cat. So I'm extremely positive, and we'll wait for one of these deals to go through, whether it's Concord or BEML or B. But the thing is, the government's positivity of mind of encashing, what they want. So I'm very, very bullish on the PSU basket, and I think the next 2-3 years, these will be huge wealth creators, given that the economy turns around and there will be more cash on hand. The CPSE ETF is a very, very preferred choice which investors should look at. Keep a SIP over there that over the next 2-3 years can be a very good asset class.
Which are the baskets that you're liking more within the PSUs that are on offer? There are a couple of OMCs that we've been tracking. ET now has been reporting names like Shipping Corp, like Concord, etc. as well. So what are some names that you're looking forward to?
So whole host. That's why I said the CPSE ETF has 15 of those stocks which are blue chips. They will do well. But if you look at the strategic side, look at the PSU banks. State Bank numbers are far ahead of the street. They've been recapitalized, and you've seen all of them. So if I could name two of them over there, it would be Bank of Baroda, Can Bank, and PNB. I think NBCC is going to be the worthwhile winner of a lot of contracts. It already has an execution book. If government starts to sell stake over there, that would be a positive. And then you have the BEML, the Engineers India, BEL, all extremely positive stocks. So government has decided that if they have no business to be in business, and hence they would be wanting to encash at least 4 or 5 marquee names. And once that goes through, then that could see a re-rating of a lot of the PSUs, that there will be a lot of overseas money which can start to chase assets where the businesses have been viable, but the execution has been a problem.
Right. When we just look at the starting point, as you said, that some of these names are undervalued, there has been an oversupply of these names in the market. There has also been, some earnings disappointment. How does that all change if there is a strategic buyer?
Correct. So, Pankaj, the biggest negative was, or the elephant in the room was, that government kept on divesting part of those blue chips and, shifting from LIC and ONGC to be bought by one another and reducing their deficit. Now they've gone in for a new makeover. They are saying we will strategically sell the stake, which means a revaluation of the entire business comes. The business model changes. And I think earnings will be a precursor over a period of time. Earnings, if it goes into private entrepreneurs, it will change. What was Hindustan Zinc 20 years back? I was privy to that deal, Pankaj, at 9 rupees. We bought, where the wealth now is 7,500 times from where it was. So I can give you more examples. You've seen VSNL. So now you are strategically going to sell BPCL, Concord, Shipping Corporation. You will get bids which are far in excess of what you had thought. And that will be a strategic change. And that is where the government, in the budget, it indicated that we are ready to bring down 25% to 26% as holding and let the management be run by others, so that we are sitting with dividends over a period of time. Today, government gets more dividend than the entire stake it divested in Hindustan Zinc from the Anil Agarwal Group, and it still holds 23% over there. So there is an immense potential for re-rating of PSUs over a period of time.
All right, Mr. Bhasin, thank you for joining us and sharing your perspective on the divestment game plan of the government.